Welcome to another edition of Brownie Bites here on YouTube. I'm Darryl Ryder, coming to you from Cross Country Mortgage Campus in Berea, where the Browns are back from the bye week and with a new play caller.
I'm going to have Tommy call the plays on offense. These are things that I'm always looking at. What can we do better? I have a ton of trust and faith in Tommy. He's more than capable, so excited for him. But bottom line is we have to just get better collectively. So that's offense, that's defense, that's special teams, that's players, that's coaches. So that's our charge, and that's what we're working hard to do. Bottom line is we have to be better. We have to be better in a lot of facets on the offensive side, and I just felt like Tommy is somebody that I believe in. Obviously hired him here a couple years back because I really believe in Tommy as a coach, and he's done everything that we've asked, and I just feel like this is the right time for this. You know, it's never about one person. So whether you're talking about a player or a coach, it's not about one person. But obviously I think Tommy's going to be himself, and that's what, I'm asking him to do, and I'll be there every step of the way to help him in any way I can, like you should with any play caller. But bottom line is he understands what we need to do, which is stay on the field and score some points.
This marks the second consecutive season that Stefanski cedes play calling duties. The Browns' offense is among the worst in the NFL through 9 weeks, 31st overall, dead last in average yards per play and passing yards per play, and 30th in scoring.
We just have to be better collectively. That's us putting our quarterback in positions where those opportunities exist. That's us putting our receivers in positions where they can be open, whether it's down the field, intermediate, you name it. That's something that we all need to be better. I think the bigger picture for us is as we looked at this week, what do we feel like we can do well? What are the things that we need to lean into? What are the things that we haven't been very good at, and we need to move on from those areas? And there's plenty of football, like to your point about the playbook. There's plenty of plays. We just got to make sure that we're leaning into the stuff that's best fits our players.
Some good news, receiver Cedric Tillman was designated to return from injured reserve on Monday. That hamstring is much better after he suffered that injury September 28th in a loss to the Lions up in Detroit.
It was frustrating, obviously. It's tough watching, want to help the team out, but, I'm back now. Going to do everything I can to stay healthy for this team, for this organization, and give them all. Just take it one day at a time. Hamstring injuries can be tricky, but trust the training staff, trust myself. So I feel good, ready to go. Just bring in that big body receiver, get some more size out there. I feel like I can make some plays for this team and stuff like that. So, I feel like we got another playmaker out there and also someone that's going to help in the run game. We got good running backs. So I'm here to help. Yeah, obviously it's tough, but obviously it's a business. You get what I'm saying? So what, now what? Is something that someone told me a while ago. So obviously I didn't want the injury to happen, but, I'm not going to sit and pout about it. I'm going to try to get better so I can get on the field. And that's really just the process I've done. Yeah, he's a young quarterback, but we obviously know what he can do, I like Dylan. He's a good player, very smart. So I'm excited for him, and I'm excited to be out there with him.
Yeah, I thought Ced looks really good. I think he's worked very hard in his rehab, so he looks like he'll be good to go, barring anything coming up this week. Obviously, Ced's a good player. He's made a lot of plays for us over his career, so it would be a big boost if we can get him out there.
Tillman is expected to play this weekend. Now, the trade deadline is set for Tuesday at 4 p.m. around the NFL. Will the Browns be buyers or sellers? That's the big question.
Yeah, I like our guys. I like what the skill sets we have with that group. Obviously, Andrew and our personnel department looks at everything, and that's no different than the other 31 teams. I think it's important that you're constantly looking around the league, but I like our guys.
Wyatt Teller, the outstanding right guard for the Browns, is hoping he won't be sold.
At the end of the day, I view it as like, hey, it's a compliment. People think that I'm good enough to get traded. I hope that I don't get traded. I want to retire a Cleveland Brown. I love it here. I was just talking to these guys about deer hunting and fishing and stuff like that. I don't want to leave this place. I love this place. But even more than that, I love the city and the fans and everything like that. I know it sounds like very cliche, but I truly do. If anybody knows, my family and I, we're very close in this community. So no, I don't want to get traded, but obviously business is in business, and I know that if this could help the Cleveland Browns or something like that, I'm not above the team. I don't want to leave. I don't want to tuck tail and leave and because I feel like a couple years ago we were that close to being in the AFC Championship. Like, that's just mind-boggling for any Cleveland Browns fan, because it's just been since the 80s since we've done it. So we used to do it consistently. So how can we bring that culture back that goes to the playoffs, that it has a winning team, that it's not the same old Cleveland Browns? And I feel like we were right there, and then kind of took a step back. But I'm not blind to the fact that we're right there. And again, as bad as this season is viewed or perceived, we're like 2 or 3 plays away from a lot different season. Now that can be said for a lot of teams, but we're right there. Now how can we be more consistent and win, especially, and that's what good teams do late. And whatever AB thinks is best. That being said, I don't think the cupboards are bare here. I think we have a pretty damn talented team. I was saying this earlier. People could point at a player here and there, all this different stuff. In the preseason, we were going down to teams and whooping their butt. So how can we get back to that?
On the injury front, quarterback Shedeur Sanders did not practice on Monday due to that back injury. Also, receiver Isaiah Bond has an undisclosed injury. He missed practice as well. Quarterback Deshaun Watson not ready to return from injured reserve just yet, which would, of course, start that 21-day clock before he needs to be activated or be officially done for the year. That'll do it for this edition of Brownie Bites. Thanks, as always, for watching here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the 92.3 The Fan channel. With the Browns in Berea, I'm Darryl Ryder for Sports Radio 92.3 The Fan.